Hey y'all, it's Shania, and I am back with another word. The word for today is don't settle for where you are now when God is trying to give you more. Listen, I have a testimony about the time I got proposed to. And I've never been married, but I have been proposed to. And I was dating, back when I was around 18 or 19, I was dating this guy. I thought I was in love. I thought it was, what it needed to be. But I was consistently getting cheated on. Consistently, he was compulsive liar. He was always cheating. But he was my best friend, or so I thought, right? And I remember one day, because we moved in together. We had our first place together, and we moved in, and he was standing in the kitchen, and he was like, "Hey, what would you say if I proposed to you right now?" And he began reaching up in our top cabinet. I guess that's where he hid the ring, so I couldn't find it. And I said, I would tell you not right now, because we still have a lot to work on. Like, there are so many areas that we're lacking in this relationship. I would say not right now. We need to work on some things. And I saw his face, face kind of drop. And our relationship was not the same after that. After that, the cheating began to escalate. We just grew apart. And eventually, right after we broke up, which was maybe a week or two later, he had proposed to somebody else. So obviously, he had been dealing with somebody else during our relationship, and he wanted to ensure that, honestly, if one person didn't say yes, that the other person would. And I thank God for the discernment that he gave me, because if I would have said yes, I would have married a person that couldn't even give up what was on the back end. I would have married a person who couldn't let go of his own desire, his other desires, couldn't let go of his flesh, couldn't let go of himself. And I would have been married into that, thinking that he loved me and me only, when in reality, he was still fighting a disease, still fighting against himself. And my message for you today, this doesn't have to be about relationships. This doesn't have to be about marriage or anything like that. This could be about your job. This could be about money. This could be about your family. This can be about anything. But I'm giving you the example of my relationship to let you know that sometimes, because I was talking to somebody, and I was saying that lots of other people, especially at the age of 18, 19, where females we just want to get married, and we just want to love, and we don't really have no experience with love, and we don't really know what love is for real. Another young woman would have said yes. Going through everything, knowing everything that I knew, going through everything that I went through, they would have still said yes, just because they got the offer. And just because you receive an offer doesn't mean you're meant to say yes to it. Just because something is in front of you doesn't mean that it's yours. You have to, again, I said this just a few weeks ago, you got to stop looking at you got to start looking at opportunities for their potential and start looking at it for what it really is. What is it really? What are the fruits of its spirit? Is it gentle? Is it loving? Is it whole? Is it peaceful? Does it exemplify what God is? Nothing about him exemplified what God was. But I was still there hoping that it was going to get more, and it was going to grow and become something different and something better. And I learned at that moment, when he asked me what would I say to him proposing to me, or what would I say to him marrying me, I knew at that moment that this is not marriage material. I love you, but do I want to spend eternity with you? Do I want to go in front of God and say that this is what this is, we're becoming one? Absolutely not. No. I thank God for that discernment. I thank God that he gives me strength to realize when something is not meant for me. Because I would ruin my life. And I know some of us have already ruined our life by saying yes to certain things we should have said H word no to. Sorry, Jesus. We should have said no. So my message for you today is to not settle just because something is right in front of you right now and you think that you will never get another opportunity. You think that maybe listen, this is the best that I can do. I ain't never seen nothing better, so ain't nothing not that better. Ain't nobody ever had that type of love or that type of experience or that type of money. So I'm gonna just settle for where I am right now. No, ma'am. No, sir. On today, Jesus is breaking you out of those chains. On today, God is redeeming you from yourself. On today, God is breaking down your flesh so that you can see your circumstances. You can see Him, how He sees your life. Y'all, don't settle for less when God is trying to give you more. And you got to realize God ain't never trying to give you less. He ain't never trying to put you in a circumstance that is beneath or below you. Period. Especially not a circumstance that's going to be your whole life, something that you're connecting yourself to. He said when people are married, they become one. Do you really think He's trying to connect you and make you become one with something that's ain't got nothing to do with Him? No, sir, or no, ma'am. No, ma'am. So give Him your yes first. Give Jesus your yes. Because when you say yes to Jesus and where He's guiding you to and what He's doing in you, you will never say yes to something that has nothing to do with Him, that does not show you the fruits of the Spirit, that does not love you and respect you fully. You won't ever say yes. But when you give your yes to the world first, and you rather satisfy your own flesh first, you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to break your own heart. So I love y'all. Hope you got something from this. And if you did, type amen below. Even leave your testimony if you have a testimony, because I want to hear it. Listen, other women, other people need to know how hard it is to say no to something when they have no idea what's coming next. But it's not about you knowing what's coming next. It's about you doing what God says and following Him and His example, because it's going to lead you to the place where you want to be. I love y'all. Have a good day.